Happy Wednesday! Welcome in, everybody. Hello. It is so lovely to see y'all today. First things first. Poison Darth Frog, pat yourself on the back. You are the first viewer to redeem first this stream, so you get to be first. You are the first. However, I do believe, I'm gonna double check my queue. I think Plum, you were the last from last stream. Ooh. So we have a different last as first, which is normal. This is fine. I hope y'all are having a wonderful Wednesday thus far. Plum, also thank you for redeeming word of the stream. I love the wavy hand. That's so good. Thank you for redeeming word of the stream. I'm looking at Universal Mooster. What syllable did you replace with moosh? Because nothing immediately came to mind for understanding what that was. Your last just couldn't last. It's okay. You still got the last of last year, which is pretty impressive. Oh, Universal Monsters. Okay. 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 I accept. Okay. Cute. I like. I just, in my brain, I was like, it could be anything, though. It could be any word. I have no possible way of knowing which word it could ever possibly be. Universal Mooster. Guess what I learned about this game, chat? You can't see it, but I sure can, and I'm very happy about it. I'll explain it when I'm done writing, because I am a tease that way. Like Frankenstein, and Dracula, and Wolfman, and possibly me, since I turn into a wolf in this game. It's very applicable. Ooh. Voila! Universal Mooster. Ta-da! Thank you very much for that word on the stream. I think it would be fun to see you explore a Frankenstein idea, Poison Darth Frog. It's always delightful. So the thing that I learned about this game, you can't quite see it because my video is in the way, and so just right here, there's a very edge of a heart. This is my 5th heart in my health queue, which is like all behind. Oh my gosh, this is the movement. It's all behind here, so you can't see any of my hearts yet. But as I get more hearts, they will hopefully grow out, so they will be more visible to you guys. But I don't know if you remember how the last stream ended. I'll give you a hint. It ended with me blindingly enraged at being roped into a mini boss fight that I didn't realize was going to happen like half an hour long after I already wanted to end stream. So I was very tired. I was very tired last week, and I was not willing to be patient about their silly little mini boss fights with their silly little explanations of how you're supposed to beat the boss that are sillily identified visually on the screen identically to something else that they had me do that was not the same action. So I will rant about that forever. I will explain that again and again and again. It was silly. It was silly. It was silly. And I was very angry, but I was also almost dead. Because Link had 1 heart left. I have 5 hearts total. He had 1 heart left at the end, and I just went, not my problem. And I saved and I quit. And when I reopened the game today, it's dangerous to go alone. Take this horse with different controls from every other horse and immediately fight a boss. You're welcome. Poison Darth Frog, it's like you came here expecting a test and you were insistent on getting 100% on that test. Because that is exactly what happened. Of course that was what happened. Okay, so, when you load into the game, I don't know if there are other stasis points. Probably, I assume. Actually, I do know this. I've loaded in before where I was in the first screen of a dungeon. And so I know there are other stasis points, but apparently the overworld points, when you like save and quit and try to reload back in the game, as much as possible seem to be springs when you're a human, at least, because this is the second or third time I've opened the game and I've been in a spring. So I think I'm in the Eldin Spring right now, which is really funny. And standing in this water brought my health back. I opened this game and was like, ugh, I'm gonna have to do things. But I'm dealing with like my stream setup, so I just have the game open to have the game open. And my hearts just go like bloop, 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 bloop. And for every second I stood here, it gave me a quarter of a heart. And so 5 minutes later, after listening to my starting music, my health is full. Obviously. So apparently, I can just get health by walking into some fancy water. Honestly, so I kind of expected when I named the stream last time, I kind of expected I was going up Death Mountain, and so that's why I was like, something to do with fire, probably. I was not expecting the game to be like, no, the route up Death Mountain actually involves several side quests and a mini boss fight. Did not expect, and so it seemed more appropriate. Angel!
Angry Angel _03 raided my stream with 14 views.
Angry Angel Raid! Welcome in! Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, Angel. Welcome in, Little Blue. Hello, Moogle. I always want to call you Akina. Hi there, Salty Ginger. I gotta run to D&D. Run!
Goddammit,
oh my gosh.
Moogle just subscribed. Plumberry gifted a tier 1 sub to Goddammit _Moogle. They have given 155 gift subs in the channel.
TTS, shh, I'm trying to like make a joke. Salty Ginger, roll for speed. Make sure use your action to double your distance. Get out of there as fast as possible. Also, Plum, thank you so much. How kind and generous of you. Moogle, please enjoy your gift sub to Lady QEW. You got a ready dinner. Thank you so much for dropping off here, Angel. I'm gonna give you a shout out anyway, but like, yeah, this was great. This was crashes through bushes. We're just blasting down everything. Hello, everybody. Hello and welcome. I'm Lady QEW. Nice to meet you. If you've never been here before, I really like Nintendo content, so we play a lot of that. I'm currently playing Twilight Princess. I'm not sure if I love it. There's a lot about it that's really cool. I will admit that. There's a lot about it that's really cool. But also there are things about this that are like driving me up the wall and around the bend. And so it's great. Anyways. Super happy to have you here and welcome, and thank you so much for thinking of me, Angel. I'm gonna give you a shout out. Not that I haven't done this a million times before, but like, please, if you haven't hung out in Angel's stream or like, oh yes, Animal Crossing, chill vibes day. If you haven't hung out in Angel's stream before, hilarious. It is a great time, and you should definitely go hang out, go check out, go everything. I don't know, just be nice to people on the internet. It's very simple. Hello, Lady Cassie. Hello, anybody else who popped in. Oh my gosh, I have to catch up on things. Hi, Mekiko. Lovely to see you too. Okay, we're gonna have to snack break. We haven't even started yet, and we're taking a snack break. It feels like such a normal Wednesday now. Thank you so much. Every opportunity to annoy Akina. Every opportunity that could be, possibly. I've been okay. Thank you so much for asking. Professionally, things are rough. And yesterday I had an 8-pill migraine and none of them helped. And so today I feel very soft still around the head. And I'm doing my best. But I'm here. And that's delightful. And I'm having a great time right now. And so I'm going to choose to focus on that. Ta-da! And I get snacks! Because thank you so much, Mekiko, for redeeming seasonal candy, for redeeming non-seasonal candy, for redeeming Kaboom, otherwise known as Dehydrate, and also for redeeming Eldin Spring, formerly known as Sploosh, formerly known as Hydrate, for 69 channel points. Nice. I'm going to do all of those things. We're going to have a snack. And it's going to be great. And I'm very excited for my snack. Okay, Where am I? Where is anything? If you will, if you can, you will deliver. I appreciate it so much. We're gonna start with the hydrate in my wonderful, I mean, this is very iconically Canadian of me, and so if you did not know I was Canadian, I'm probably about to reveal myself in my wonderful Mr. Dress Up mug, which is beautiful. We hydrate. It is always snack time here, if you choose to make it snack time, Lady Cassie. Nah, I don't think I need anything extraordinary today. Okay, there's my hydrate. We're gonna start with hydrate. We're gonna work our way through dehydrate. We're going backwards. You've heard about Mr. Dressup? That's so lovely. Okay, so now I have to say, so Mr. Dressup was like the Canadian Mr. Rogers. In a way. In a way. There's loads of things that are different about them, but Mr. Dressup was a Canadian who did a kids show that had some overlap with other kids shows at the time. He was like a kindly old man who had a workshop and had like the tickle trunk, I think was his dress up. Like there would be costumes inside it. Anyway, lovely cutesy little show. I actually know when he retired and stopped doing the show, he moved to the town where I grew up, and I know where he lived. Which is super cute. A Chansey Squishmallow? I mean, that will always make me feel better. I love Squishmallows. The Chansey one I imagine is quite cute because Chansey already has a lot of the same vibe as what a Squishmallow would have, and so that sounds fantastic. Personally, I have at work the Dragonite Squishmallow, and I spent a solid 5 minutes squeezing the life out of it today. It was great. So here is my dehydrate. I like sour cream and onion as a oop, that's the French side. Oopsies. I like sour cream and onion as a flavor usually. I'm not actually sure I've ever had it in a Pringle, but they had the big tall cans and they were on sale, and so this Pringle is very tall. It's quite tall. A coffee shop in BC? Ooh. I'm kind of on the opposite side of the country from BC, but I do love it there. I have, this feels very Canadian to say because I swear not all Canadians know each other, folks. We don't. I promise we don't. But I definitely have an aunt and cousins that live in BC, and so I've been there a couple times, you know. Yeah. I'll look it up. Thanks for letting me know, Little Blue. Canadians gotta stick together. Anyway, I was obsessed with Mr. Dressup growing up, and this summer I happened to stumble into a place that I am certain was built around the like nostalgia of the millennial, and they had Mr. Dressup mugs, and I was just like, I've never seen one before in my life. It doesn't matter. I need it. I need it desperately. It's a poison dart frog. Your lovely new Squishmallow Chansey. How big? Is it like one of the palm-sized ones? Is it one of the like stuffed toy-sized ones? Or is it one of the torso-sized ones that gives really good hugs? I need to know this for science. Research purposes. There's a dehydrate. And so, Mexico, thank you again for the seasonal candy redemption, for which I have winter green mints because it is winter up here in Canada. And thank you also for redeeming non-seasonal candy. This has nothing to do with the season. It's just a candy cane because I have it. Medium, so like the this size. That's probably quite cute. I feel like Chansey would also be a really good one for the torso-sized one, because I can't think of a better Pokemon to just squeeze. Well, I'm very excited for you for that. I don't know what it is about Squishmallows, but they're so good for my anxiety. Yes, get your own dehydration. Bring your snacks. Bring your snacks. Okay, one thing at a time. I have one mint in my mouth. I'll get the other one involved soon enough. So, like I said, the last stream ended with a mini boss. I was almost dead. we're okay. We wandered into the water and it healed us. So that leaves me, I think, now that I have the iron boots, I'm able to go grapple. I did get my horse back, which is cool. I don't know if I need her for the mountain. Let me just real quick check to see if I can confirm that the kids are still alive. Moosh is just in the middle of the path. No doghouse for Moosh. Okay. Interesting, they're not in here. They're probably not down there either. What's through this door? A fade out? Oh, okay. Just me leaving. Have I ever been up this path? What is this way? This isn't the way I need to go, but... Oh. This is the graveyard. I see. Was anything different about it? Okay. I'm very glad we got our friend Moosh back in the game 1 hour later. That is a perfect summary of last stream. I was so happy to see Moosh, and then every single thing that happened afterwards just enraged me. Was it worth getting our friend Moosh back? I'm not sure. So, chat. I think I was in this graveyard as a wolf. I got, like, dropped here from something else I was doing. No big deal. Doesn't matter. I think. And I just thought to myself, oh, right. There were torches at the back of this graveyard. I wonder if I ever lit those. I have no memory of this. And so I came back here to try to light the torches. And if you listen very carefully, in and among the music, there's a sound that I would describe as glitter. That's not what it is, but it's like a slightly chimey noise. Every time I've heard that noise, there's been a fancy golden bug somewhere. Which means I think I have to find a fancy golden bug now. Which means there's probably two, because every time I've ever found one bug, there's always been two bugs. So now I'm going to be stressed about finding the bugs. There's always been like a male bug and a female bug. We have not lit the torches before. Confirmed. Always light torches. Put away. Thank you. What the heck? When did you get here? Silly crows, keys, ooh, money. You cannot defeat me with a blade that does not sparkle. This is why we hunt the glitter. You're right. Okay, so where is the glittery friend? Aha! There you are. I found an ant that has wings. Oh my gosh, there are a lot of these. Maybe we're just gonna go. There's a lot of them. Let's see if we can heal the little quarter heart that I lost to the first crow. Because I'm assuming the spring works just by having me walk into it. Yep. Sacred water just works. Hey, Moosh baby. Hey, sweetie. You know what? I'm not mad at you. I'm definitely mad at the orc captain. And Typically, I would suggest that I should threaten to stab him in the face, but I'm pretty sure I stabbed him right off a bridge into a chasm, so he's already gone, which means I can just be happy that you're here. Not that I'm gonna ride you right now. Are you serious? I don't know what this poster says, but it looks an awful lot like someone saw the Eldritch Child and decided they wanted to make it a cute mascot, and I don't know how I feel about that. Is this a store? Okay, I guess this bit isn't the store. Maybe it's that building. Have you seen this nightmare? If it were on a milk carton. Can you imagine? Like, does that not look like someone looked at the terrifying Eldritch Child and then drew a picture? The picture's a lot cuter than the terrifying Eldritch Child. Is... Oh no! This was a joke! The terrifying Eldritch Child has started a store? I don't think this is legal, chat. I'm pretty sure this is in violation of several child labor laws. This is not what I expected to happen, and I don't know if I'm terrified or delighted. I think I'm both. For every time I want to, like, throw this game into the sun because it's irritated me, because of combat, because of whatever, this character and everything about them, all of the creep factor just makes me be like, okay, you know what? I'm still here. Edward G. Babyson. I forgot your name was Malo. That probably would have given me a hint. I own a business now. What's the cutest mascot I can think of? Obviously me. Oh no, Plum, what did you do? I have to check this. I have to understand. Oh my gosh, yes! I will get to see this in my nightmares forever. Thank you so much. Hey, I suppose. You can look at stuff, but don't you dare just take things. Okay, I would never. That's my valuable merchandise. You want it, you pay for it. I decided to take on this unmanned shop. Buy something. Listen. Yes. This dude. Okay, so further evidence in the column of that is definitely an eldritch horror trapped in the form of a toddler. Because for whatever reason, this toddler went, no one is using this shop. Let me engage in commerce, specifically capitalistic commerce, despite not being as tall as the counter. Goodness, no. Poisoned Earth Frog. I am far too afraid of this toddler to steal anything from them. That would just be a game over right away. Limited supply. Don't let them sell out before you buy one. Well, listen. Yeah. I see. I suppose I can part with it. The baby will break your legs, guaranteed. Cool, I got a pretty shield. And now it's sold out. Maybe I can't become a hero. Probably because I'm the villain in every story, but whatever. I can help people out with business deals. No, dude, capitalism is never the good guy. Oh my gosh, the threat. You'd better work hard, or this baby will get me. If you don't want to sleep with the fishes, look, don't touch. Okay, so, This is the best shop in the game. I never want to shop anywhere else. He really did. He was like, listen, let's just draw me. With slightly more soulless eyes. Dude, look after your brother. Dude! You can't... Dude! Too soon! Do not disrespect Colin this way. I did a mini-boss fight when I was tired. Okay. I mean, what Malo's thinking is that, he's got a side hustle. No! Why would I No! One does not simply talk sense into the eldritch horror wrapped in the guise of a baby. Just let him be. Let him live. You head to bed, Plum. It was lovely to see you tonight, and also this morning, though I know I didn't talk very much. Things were chaos. It was fine. Please, 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 go rest, sleep. Just, yeah, do it. Do it, do it, do it. Put your feet up, have a little relax time, have some rest. The squish Malo dolls. I'm actually kind of tempted by that. If they made a Squishmallow of that face, I probably would. You did do a great job with that, Plum. I just was nowhere near my computer for most of the morning, so I put you on, dropped into lurk, had you in my ear for a little bit of it, and then everything. So it was lovely. And I really appreciated you. Is there something hiding back here? There's not. Okay, so those shops are boarded. Nothing interesting there. I just feel the need to check everything now. Because I can't believe it. I cannot believe. Okay, as a wolf, I remember having to do quite a bit. Came in through that window. Is this building still empty? Oh, no. Okay. Ah, there we are. I did wonder. Okay, I just wanted to make sure the kids were okay. So these two are hovering over Colin to make sure that he is terrified the second he awakens. And they brought adult supervision for it, so everything there seems fine. I have no further questions. Delighted to know everyone's okay. For context, the little blonde kid in the bed got kidnapped by the orc captain in the last stream, and I was really annoyed, and so I stabbed him off a bridge. Bombs? Is that the insane guy? I mean, setting up the game to play again sounds great. Oh, wait, is this the shack that I blew up? Seems like the rebuild worked well. Right, it is that guy. Guess who has 2 thumbs and still owns a CRT TV? I'm assuming you. I'm assuming you do, Mekiko. My grandma, what big lips you have. Well, that's offensive. It's kind of true. Nice! I do not still have a CRT TV. But I do have a Wii that has the plugins for GameCube controllers on the side, so I can still play GameCube games. Hey look, it's the non-seasonal candy. I finally got around to it. Yum! Candy cane. Okay, so he wants to reopen his shop. Oh, okay. Well, I gotta go make friends with some Gorons before I can buy bombs, apparently. Apparently. Go figure. I think I'm getting the vibe. Where do y'all think I need to go to find the lady ant? Do you think they would have put her partway up the mountain? Because that seems pretty far to me. Well, I'm not hearing any glitter. Yeah, we're just gonna continue to pretend that that's ketchup. So I feel like going into that area would like... I think that I can get past the Goron now that I know the 100-hand slap. I'm just trying to check. Oh, it wasn't there. I mean, I don't think I can get up now that I'm not a wolf. I wish I could just change into the wolf. Oh, that one's not boarded up. Who lives here? Well, an obvious glowing bug lives here, apparently. Okay, I was right to be suspicious. Is there anything else in here? Wait, I just realized I have the wrong shield equipped. 1 second. How do I change what I have equipped? Is it items? Nope. Is it collection? It is collection. I figured it out, chat. That is a terrible skill to have on here. Wait, hold on. I didn't find the... Oh no! I'm missing a phasmid. I'm gonna need to fix that. I don't know when, but I'm gonna need to fix that. Terrible. Beavis, good evening. Happy Wednesday to you. It is lovely to see you. How are you doing? I have successfully not screamed at anything so far this stream. I'm very proud of myself. I don't think I need to bring my horse. Although it is lovely to have the horse back. Because I have to climb a wall and I don't think she can come with me. So, now that I found both bugs... Well, see Beavis, last week, there may have been a higher than average amount of screaming. I was not expecting the mini-boss fight. I was not expecting the mini-boss fight to suck. And I hated the controls for it. And I also hated the explanation the game gave me for any of it. So... we weren't having a very happy time last time. We're doing better now. We got boots. Look at them. They're delightful. I hear... oh yeah, the ladder that doesn't need to be there. Okay, so now we need to figure out how to actually stop this dude with a grapple. Okay, I hope he'll let me have a chance. Yeah. Oh, not fast enough. Oh. See, that's cheating. I was too close to the edge. So, you have to press A really early in that explanation. I think. Shirtless Link is very muscly. Gotta be cut. Alright. Come here. Have we seen... I think we have seen Shirtless Link. Wow, that was a choice. See, he's gotta be. He has to be cut, because if he doesn't even lift, how does he do that? I do kind of want to point that out, because when we were wrestling with the mayor of our hometown, he said that he had a cheat tactic, and the cheat tactic was these boots. But these boots just give me weight to stop his momentum. I just picked him up, and I just threw him. And the Goron is quite large, and also definitely made of rock. He does work on a farm. That's true. We know that already. Uh-oh. There's more than one. Hey, Kate Bloomer. How am I supposed to get all the way up this wall? Adds half a ladder to the wall. Oh, cool. A ladder. I could climb if only I could reach it. I'm assuming they're going to keep throwing me more of those dudes. And I can't decide if it's worth it to just put... Oh, I'm answering your question in advance, Kate. Look at me. I can't decide if it's worth it to keep taking it off and having to, like, react and put it back on. Or if I just want to stomp my way through. This is how I felt last week. Just like, if you think about the energy of this, the, like, frustrated doneness of this movement, this is why. My reaction time is terrible, Kate. Why would my reaction time be good? Mostly my reaction time is terrible because I'm spending half of my time looking at a computer screen to the side to read chat instead of watching the game or paying any attention whatsoever to what's happening there. The hand dusting after just checking them. People just steal your skills by osmosis. I see rocks there. I see a portal up ahead. Kind of looks like an eyeball in the mountain, but you know. You really hope I get to do that to a boss? Just chuck it aside. Dust my hands off. Question is, can I pick up this rock? Hey, look, I can. Ooh, see, I'm so strong. Okay. Probably I can climb this wall without the boots. Probably. Boots. Not effectively enough, apparently. I have to be further along. You like Link's cool guy personality in this when you're done a fight and he just like, nah. That's fair, honestly. That is fair. He really is, like, too cool for school. Okay, now I'm definitely far enough away that if he shows up again, might as well flex on a victory, that's true. That's how you can tell that this link has nothing to do with the Ocarina of Time link. Ooh, money. I'll take it. There's a lot of weight and heft to how he picks up rocks. Oh man, that is a long day. So I'm seeing... Huh. I'm seeing things with glowing eyes. I'm also seeing another thing that looks like a gossip stone, but the last time I was near one, it had something to do with the wolf. That's true. Ocarina of Time Link is just a child pretty much the whole time. Okay, so... Oh my. Fire arrows. Well, that's awful. Okay. Ouch. I am on fire. Ouch. I am on fire again. Please stop shooting me. My boot is burning. So I wanted to check that thing. I don't have a lens of truth. I don't know if I can interact with it. What do I have? Can I, like, slingshot them? Is it even worth it, or am I just gonna die trying? I might just die trying. But I wanna look at the rock. So the boomerang doesn't really hurt things that much right now, but it does bring them to me. But my aim isn't that great. Like, I feel as though they're gonna successfully hit me with an awful lot of fire arrows before I successfully hit any of them. Because my aim is really bad. Okay, we'll let this geyser spit for a second. Then we'll run by. Ooh, more geysers. Hey guys. I understand that was a terrible joke. Ooh. I love replays. It's the same as, like, I love rewatches, I love rereads. I love the chance to experience something a second time that I really enjoyed the first time. To me, that makes it better. But some of the reasons that that makes it better to me is that I have extremely high anxiety. And so knowing what's going to happen really helps. Whoa! I have been absolutely blasted by a rock. We are not wasting our time anymore. We are going. We are going. We are gone. Can I break those? Uh-oh, we've been cutscened. Was I here as a wolf? I feel like I was here as a wolf. Okay. That's a mechanic. I would like these, please. Thank you. Interesting. Does that mean that those Gorons... Okay, let me just get the lay of the land for a second. Does that mean I need the Gorons to, like, bounce me up? This is a terrible idea. Ooh. Ugh. There are still flaming rocks raining down. This is very, very scary for me. So, excuse you? I was not anywhere near that. Fine. Ow! Hello? What level of cheating is this rock aim? Okay. Hello? Free rock! Whoa. That looks dangerous. Is this the traditional Death Mountain welcome? No, probably not. But I was fighting this guy. And I would like to keep doing that. Ouch. Hold on. How do I... Yes, please? Would you like to tell me something? Yeah, I did just see that Goron use another Goron's back as a springboard to jump really high. I would like to just use the back of one of these nice Gorons if I need to jump, because I do need to jump. But I'm trying to figure out how to fight him, and I can't. Actually, that's a good question. I didn't ask. I was just vicariously enjoying Poison Darth Frog's explanation of how much he was liking it that I didn't I didn't think of the game. Okay, so how do I... Ow! How do I... There it is. What? There we are. Okay. I am pressing the wrong button quite regularly. Which is fabulous. Oh, are you kidding me? Did I pick the wrong one? Okay, climb up. So what I'm supposed to do is use the lovely shield attack. I guess... Oh, there is a Goron over there. So there's more than one Goron. Does that mean more than one direction? Kind of assumed that was the direction I wanted to do. Ooh, Soul Calibur. Okay, fair enough. A game I have actually heard of. Very nice. So, I'm supposed to use the attack that I just learned from the wolf. That checks out. That makes sense. I can't use that attack unless I'm targeting them, and so that was part of my problem. I was trying to figure out, like, can I hit you? How do I interact with you? What do I do? How do I shield from you? All while not targeting him. And so that was silly. That was silly. If you get on them with the iron boots, are they just stuck? Fabulous question. Ugh, I hate those. Why must we include having to deal with the silliness? Oops, oops, oops. Hi. I want to see what's this way. Whoa! I am very tall now. And a little worried. So I'm not sure how to get back. But one assumes there's a way. That still did not give me health. Well, I suppose money is nice. There's a Goron shop and a Goron hanging out in the water? A few Gorons hanging out in the water. We found the Goron bath. Apparently. Does this one ever stop? I feel like I don't want to fall into there. Okay, this one doesn't stop. Don't hurt me? Okay. Good, it doesn't hurt me. It did not matter. It was the same way. Delightful. I lost so much health just trying to figure out how to anything. Clank, 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 clank. There's gotta be another dude somewhere, right? Ooh, do these... Ah, shoot. I'm trying to put my boots on! I know! And then the health disappeared! That is so annoying! That's why we had our boots on for the whole time before. Because my reaction time is bad. And it should feel bad. Wait, no. Not you yet. You first? Please don't attack me. Why is nothing health? Why is nothing in this game health? Excuse you? Stupid. Stupid press like 8 different buttons. I am not good at your combat. I will never be good at your combat. Stop trying to make me good at your combat. No, thank goodness. I wanted to see if these things had health in... What? Okay, good, good, good. We got the one that was trying to fall over the wall. Ah! Okay. Okay. So... shield bumping Gorons until they let me jump on their back is, at best, a rather inconvenient movement mechanic. And I think you'd agree with me. But I guess it's kind of fun. Huh. I did not expect a talking room through here. I don't know why I didn't expect a talking room through here. But I did not expect a talking room through here. I kind of expected the first room in a dungeon. Personally. Might be why you don't have much memory of this place, even less than the rest of the game. I, like, thus far, I'm like, darn, I hope I got everything on this route, because I never want to come back. Gosh. Okay, well, if I have to fight them all, that feels really unfair. Cutscene? Uh-oh. Yep, this is a problem. Okay, I'm charmed by this character, and I will attempt to explain why. Because clearly, he's the boss of this room, right? Like, clearly he's in charge of everyone else here. And he's in charge of everyone else here while being twice their age, half their height, and half their weight, in a culture that values strength. Which tells me that that little dude, who is half the height and half the weight of anyone else in this room, has definitely beat them all up at least once. And that is fantastic. We're not questioning that. We're fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. This character design is peak something. Nightmare, probably? This game certainly contributes to a lot of my nightmares. Huh. What kind of voice should he have? Because I know I've been phoning it in a lot on some of the voice acting for this, mostly because Malo freaks me out. As well he should. So he can't be French because it's Hylians that are French. Vegeta. I don't even know if I have to, like, the vocal engine. Is this young one such an imposing enemy that you must all gang up on him? Lord Farquaad? Ooh, British. Oh, I think not, little brothers. He's like as tall as me. Goron. Goron? Because of certain circumstances, I must lead the Goron tribe in place of Darbus, our patriarch. Tell me, little human, do you come from the village below? You have done well to come this far. You are strong for a human. However, are you over 9,000? The mines beyond here are sacred. Outsiders are not allowed. Unless... Ooh, we got to put on our cool face. Unless means there's a challenge. I think I found the thing that's gonna make me scream, chat. Because I'm gonna take a guess. That the contest of power that he is challenging me to is the same thing Mirbeau had to do, which means it's a wrestling match. And I don't know if y'all remember how many times I flunked the wrestling match last stream. It was a lot. Slap him silly! I spent more than half my workday with my sleeves over my hands, prepared to whack anybody who is doing the wrong thing. So you'd think that that means that I practiced. Okay, so here's the thing. Guaranteed I need to use the iron boots to beat him. I am not wearing them right now, and I don't know if that makes a difference. And so I don't know if I can win this competition, or if I have to equip them quickly, or if I just have to have a smack fest. I'm willing to try. Slap him until he calls you the Prince of all Gorons. You learned from Wind Waker. Ugh, that was an angle that I didn't need. Just keep making eye contact. Keep making eye contact. Oh, I am not wearing the correct boots, chat. I really like that they didn't take away my sword and shield for this. Can I just stab him? Do I remember? Ah, oh, dang. I deserved that. Your body is skinny and you're too light. Oh, thanks. Slap him with your sword. Psst, psst, psst. This is my point, Poison Darth Frog. Why couldn't I just slap him with my sword? I have a sword. Try again later. Okay. Ugh. I'm very, I'm definitely very ready for I'm not ready for this. So that toss out of the ring, that was a joke. Now, from this point forward, every time he tosses me out of the ring, that's me being really bad at this mechanic. It's gonna happen a lot. Retreat. I love that retreat was the automatic. Sure, I will challenge you. I will challenge you again. I don't think I'm tough. I just don't have a choice. Why is my hat so... So there's a cutscene right now. And the reason there's a cutscene right now is that I beat him. And I beat him on the first try. And I would really, really like to claim some sort of talent for this. But, chat, we just had some huge button confusion. Because I thought I was pressing A in order to do the grab. And I definitely smacked him. And then the first time you saw the A mash show up, where I like was pushing him, I was absolutely 100% mashing B. And for whatever reason, it worked. And so I am now very confused because I think I did that completely wrong and it worked. And so really what we've learned is I didn't learn it correctly. And maybe sometimes you just gotta blindly whack your controller. I don't like what I'm learning about this game. I bashed B hard enough that it became an A. That feels so true though. Like, I knew because I kept... So the reason that I know that I was mashing B, like all good parents to a report card. Poison Darth Rug. I truly, truly wish you had the opportunity to say something like that while in a room with my mother, a former teacher who 100% has opinions on the conversation you just opened. Opinions. Anyway, we're fine. So the reason that I know I was pressing B the first time it was showing mash A on the screen is because I pressed A and he did the thing that I thought was a slap. And so I tried it again and he did it again. And I was like, I think I'm slapping. Did I misunderstand which was the slap button and which was the grab button? And so I pressed the other button, which I had just looked down at and was like, okay, I thought A was grab and B was slap. And I thought I was pressing A. I'm confirming that I'm pressing A. And for some reason, he's doing the slap motion. And so maybe if I switch to B, he'll try the grab. And then he did. And so I don't know what to do about any of that. But it worked, and we're going to say I got lucky. And I am happy for that, because I do not think this game lives or dies off of the wrestling mechanic. So I'm just happy to be past it, hopefully. If I have to wrestle in the upcoming dungeon, we're going to have a conversation with Nintendo. Anyway, young warrior, you have a strong will and sharp eyes. Fine traits. Want to see how well you can use them? Sure. You have seen it, I would bet. The mountain erupting without pause. When the mountain began to rage, all 4 of us elders and Darbus, our patriarch, went inside to investigate its anger. We have a treasure that was entrusted to us by the spirits, and we must protect it. Do you understand? But the moment Darbus reached out and touched the treasure, everything went wrong. He collapsed, and before our very eyes transformed into an unspeakable monster. He began to rage through the mines, trailing ruin behind him, and the eruptions grew more frequent and more severe. We used all of our strength to seal him deep inside the mountain. Now I wish I was doing him like Gandalf, deep inside the mountain. Because I'm about to delve too greedily and too deep for this, is my guess. I ask this favor of you, young warrior. Go to the aid of Darbus, Gorondolf. Make no mistake, the spirits have guided you here. I need your help. Okay. Okay. Thanks, dudes. Oh. Probably don't need to be wearing those right this second. Probably do want to save now, though. I didn't save very much last time. That was actually the real problem. The true frustration that I had last stream at its core was me being silly enough that I hadn't saved before the mini boss fight initiated, and so I couldn't just say nope and back out because I didn't know where the autosave would put me back. He has the mark on his head to show he fought with a predator and earned its respect. Amazing. Yeah, I guess I'll keep playing. Honestly, like, everything about his character design, he's just so unique. And so I like it. I like the character design. I don't have as much health as I would like, but I like the character design. That's lava. That's a lot of lava. Got 1 health. Okay, could be worse. So, obviously I have to time my jumps so that there aren't molten lava things. But I don't know if these rocks like pivot or crack or anything. Apparently not. That's very convenient. Okay. I guess I go in here next. And I break things? Okay, I'm just trying to look. Can you... Okay. Huh. It starts its little ticka 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 way earlier than I would have expected. So that's how I get back. Okay, well, so far I still speak the language of this dungeon. Wait, do I have to do that one too? So I see a ladder there. That's great. I can't climb that despite it definitely being climbable. Yeah, it really did. Like, I'm used to the slower tick being about 3/4 of the timing, and then the quicker tick being like the last quarter. And that one was definitely like half and half, maybe? Like, it was definitely erring on the side of quick tick to stress me out, probably. Am I sure I can't get up here? It feels like I should be able to get up here. There's pots and everything. So I see that there's a ladder there. That's what I'm seeing. I bet that this one turns off that one, and it's designed to need to be a longer run. But it's a run and jump, and then I'm not sure I can get back to the ladder because I don't know if I'll be correctly under it or not. Either way. I guess I'm stuck trying it regardless. Not on it. Yes, I know. What just happened? What is that? I don't know if I can kill it. Well, but I'm gonna try. Because I do have wind. I got money! So this is a way to restart that whole section. It's not really what I want to do. I can also go that way. But... oh my gosh, there's so many directions. But that feels like that's gonna be a bit of a dead end due to the thing just spitting out all sorts of fire over there. I don't see a way past that right now. Which is fine. Or maybe it's not fine. Because I also don't see a way to that platform. Well. I can make that jump, right? And jump. Oh, I see. This is going to be the longest run yet. So there are things on the roof. Hello? Z-R? Oh, it's just gonna stay there until I walk near him, huh? Well, you see, we accidentally, maybe, a little bit, punched a bunch of Gorons, and eventually one of them was like, wow, that means we respect you. And, now we're surrounded by lava. So that... Okay, your answer was shorter, Poison Darth Frog. Lava. We've gotten ourselves into lava. That is the answer. We're a little bit concerned about it. And trying to figure out how to subtly kill these things that I noticed on the ceiling before I have to, moment of truth, sprint from that end of the room to that end of the room before fire consumes me. This is what we've gotten ourselves into. I have some regrets. Mostly the regrets were actually winning the wrestling competition, apparently. I haven't broken anything yet, though. Okay. So. When are you... Thank you. When are you going to let me squish you? So great question. So yeah, that's blowing fire at me, but I don't see any other way to get to the platform past it. There's a lot of fire. Just a lot of fire. And so what we've learned is that those kinds of switches turn off the fire, and that they're a little frantic about their timelines. Oops. I didn't actually want to throw you. At least... I mean, maybe it's just me. I like it when enemies are fairly self-explanatory to kill. I also like it when you present me with enemies that I can kill when I meet them. And Zelda is not always very good about that second thing. Sometimes it really likes presenting me with enemies that I am about to learn how to kill when I get a special dungeon item. And so there's sometimes, especially in a dungeon, sometimes you have to know that there are enemies that you need to avoid for a little bit rather than engage. I am very pleased that the fire slugs in this game follow the appropriate pattern of being put out by gust. Not just like water or distance, something. Like, I didn't even try slingshotting any of these dudes. So I am quite happy to know that that actually worked, because first room of a dungeon feels kind of mean to present me with an enemy that I can't yet hurt. If it's not on fire, it's panicking about becoming on fire. Yeah, that's accurate. Okay, I don't love how much time this cutscene is taking, because I can't help but think, where am I going? Okay, I'm going around the corner. I can't help but think I would be faster if you didn't cutscene me. So there's 2 on the roof and 1 on the ground currently. Oops, wrong one. That's the button. So my goal for that is not so much to hurt them, but more make it so that I have a second before I have to deal with the ones on the roof. So that was my plan. It didn't quite work. They looked like glowing eyes. Oh, I hadn't thought of that. I hadn't thought of that because I identified the slug movement very early on, like when I was still running past fire and dealing with like the toggle off the iron boot and how fast are the clicks. I had already identified the slugs on the other side of the room and was like, I know you, because slugs that are on fire are a Pokemon. Sorry, it should have been slugs that are on fire. Like, it's not the first time we've seen this in a Zelda game, because that is actually true. It is not the first time we've seen this in a Zelda game. But mostly I was like, oh, that's a Magmar, how nice. And it's not a Magmar, because that is not the franchise. But it looked like a Magmar to me. Okay, so. I see. I bet I need to stand on that and be heavy. Do I need to also carry a rock? Gotta figure out how to open the door. Hup. Very nice. The success music in this game is so fancy that it almost feels pretentious. Given that it was the same music in Wind Waker, and in Wind Waker it sounded exactly like the animation style. This is fine. Room 2. In a Zelda game, an on-fire slug probably has a name like Bit because of how much that sounds like nothing to do with either slugs or fire. Uh-oh, I was not paying attention to the pan around the room. I hope I haven't missed something important. There are a lot of on-fire birds now. Oh my, it seems you've unlocked a door. How quaint. Like the attitude. If the chimes to signal my unlocking a door success were a voice, they would have the snootiest British accent you've ever heard. Like 100%. You can't tell me they wouldn't. Oh, there's also goblins. They're not on fire. That's nice. Nice for a change. Did I notice the giant magnet? I mean, I'm noticing the words above the door behind me. So here's the thing. I noticed that poisoned Darth Frog. I did notice that. If you were telling me that that's a giant magnet, is it? Is it now? How fascinating. Ooh, there's a treasure chest. Oh, I want the treasure chest. Oh, this room is very complicated. Can I get to the treasure chest? What do I have to beat up? There's 3 of them. There's not 3 of them if I throw a boomerang at them first. Okay, well. Hello there. Oh! Hey, not to like complain, but I was sort of hoping for a map. Ooh. The crane magnets? Oh, interesting. Okay. I can see how you got there. I looked at it and immediately saw a crushing weight, and then I was confused because the color scheme on it made me think of water, and I was like, am I able to drop a pool of water into the lava? That sounds interesting. And that's about as far as my brain went for the like 1 second that I was looking at them. And it feels like I'm definitely wrong. That's not what it is. That's not what it's for. But I don't know what it is or what it's for. So we're gonna have to find out. Okay, let me see how these things move. Reasonably slowly. Whew! Oh. Well, that's why I had to get the key, because they're not letting me get to any of the interesting things yet. Excuse me? Excuse me? I wanted to know what was going on in that part of the room. Fine. Fine, I'll open your silly little door. How do I get back to that middle room, though? Ooh, that's actually really interesting. Okay, I'm gonna have to say this is something that I like. Which feels few and far between in this game so far. There is a lot that I'm enjoying about this game, but probably not for the reasons that I should be enjoying it. It's okay. So, I was just in a big central room, and I ran along a couple of paths in the big central room, but it made me go to another door before I got to the interesting paths with the giant maybe magnet? We're not sure what it is yet, but the giant thing! Wait! The machine! And I didn't get to go on any of the platforms with the machine. When I look at the room on my mini-map, usually a room that you've explored has, is lit up. The room that I just left, it has a different shade of, like, gray for the platforms that I've already stepped on than for all of the platforms in the room. And so there's a different color on this map that shows me that I haven't walked on that platform in the middle yet. And that's pretty cool, because I like being able to keep track of my progress that way. Have we talked yet about how all the doors in Zelda dungeons can be opened with any key you find, so why not just use the same key for each door? See, that didn't go where I thought it was going to go, Poison Darth Frog. That was significantly more clever than where I thought it was going to go. Because I thought you were drawing to attention the problem of the original Zelda game. In the original Zelda game, I believe, please someone correct me if I'm wrong, I read about this online, and although I have played the game, I am not the type of player that this would apply to. In the original Zelda game, a key was a key, and it didn't matter what dungeon you got it in, it was a key. And so the game just had a counter for have key or not have key, which meant if you were able to find a dungeon where you could earn a key that you didn't have to use, you could use that in a speedrun style context to jump ahead. And I am not that type of person, which means I genuinely, on purpose, collected every key in every Zelda dungeon in the original Zelda game and opened every locked door just to make sure that I had gone everywhere. And I know some of those doors didn't need to be opened because I know there were some more efficient paths. And that was a really interesting thing from especially a speedrunning perspective for the original game. And so I thought it was going to be something like, it's the same key every time. Why can't I just like go back to a different dungeon now and blah, 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 blah. But it's even better because it's, why did I throw this key away after opening this door? Like, why was this key single use? How does one make a single use key? The only thing that I can assume is that it's been so long since anyone has attempted to navigate this dungeon that the locks are fully rusted, and when I turned the key, I successfully popped the padlock on the door, but I can't turn it back. And so I can't get the key out of the padlock to use it on the next one. That is the best I can manage, and that is only because of physically what they make it look like in this game. That does not make a whole lot of sense for some of the other iterations of this, because every Zelda does have that problem. Why are small keys single use? Especially because boss keys are technically not. Like, I know there is only one door that they unlock, but that, like, you can go into that room forever. It's silly. It's silly. The issue here is that whoever's job it is to come and clean these spaces and like restock them and tidy them up and make sure there's little pots everywhere and etc. and like feeds the evil things, whoever's job that is to do the janitorial services for this dungeon, is like super bad with their master key. Anyway, it's fine. Apparently, us and single-use keys are just gonna be best friends forever. Okay, so again, that looks like water, but I think it's gemstone? Because it's shiny like that. And yes, I do see there's fire on the ceiling. And at some point, the fire will drop on me. What is that? Nope. Not what I wanted. Do I have a first-person view? What is that? Why is there a crocodile? Yeah! Somebody is on maintenance. Okay. You look a bit like a Dodongo. Can I hit your tail? Oh! Bad! Bad. Nope. Not the button that I wanted. Okay. Okay. So I definitely need to hit the tail, is what this comes down to. Probably. How? No, he's just mad at me. So it's 100% the tail. Must hit tail, but accidentally aggroed enemy instead. And will continue to aggro the enemy every time I step down there. So what I was expecting, and I therefore tried doing this, and it did not pan out, and I can't tell if that's because that was the wrong thing to do or if it's because I'm bad at it. I was expecting to have to use my smack with shield maneuver, because I very helpfully and thoughtfully bought a shield that was not flammable before coming here. It is literally a volcano, and so like I remember Ocarina of Time, thank you. I know I need to buy the non-flammable shield. And so I know that my shield is gonna block his fire, and so a part of me is like, so I have to hit him in the mouth while he's breathing fire at me with the shield, and that will stun him a little bit, and then I can run around and smack his tail. That's what I was expecting. I do not think that that is what happened. Now I understand I was clumsy and I hit the wrong button first, which, yeah, it's fine. I hit the wrong button first, but I then hit the right button a couple times, and I'm not sure if it worked. Can you get a little further away from me so that I can, like, try jump slashing your... Nope. Like, it has a separate target for the tail. Apparently you just run? Apparently him stopping to breathe at me is the issue. That's so much less clever than I was expecting it to be. Okay. So apparently when he freezes to breathe fire at me, he's just being slow and you can just run around him. I don't know why that makes me feel so sassy, but that makes me feel incredibly sassy. Okay, those things seem very content to remain on the roof. The answer was to wait for your enemy to breathe. Okay, well, that's nice and all. There's a cube there, but I don't... Please don't fall. Okay, so there's another one. And then there's also that way. I don't know if I can push this yet. Okay. This is definitely a giant stone block. I do not have any interaction points with it. Okay. Still do not have an interaction point with it. I am getting no buttons or anything, so that is not a thing that I can do yet. Ooh. Ugh. Kind of blocking my ability to try to hurt you. Oop. Oop. Please do not knock me into the fire. Okay, thank you. I'm really afraid of using the targeting to fight that enemy. And the reason is because there's a target on both the head and the tail. And if I'm pressing and holding the target in this game, a thing that I have noticed is that it auto switches targets to me to whatever thing is closest. And it thinks that that is helpful. So it did that in the fight where I had those 3 bokoblins at the same time with like the maces. I had knocked out one, and then I went to target the second one, knocked him down, and I didn't change my button. I didn't do anything different with my target button. It switched my target to the third one. And like, that's fine if that's how you want to code your game. No previous Zelda has had a targeting that was coded like that. They've only had the option of either like press and hold to target or press once to toggle target on and press again to toggle target off. And if you use the press system, you can use that to switch targets manually, but it has never switched it automatically. And so there's some coding in this game that's like, hey, we're going to be helpful and we're going to help you by helping you target always the enemy that's closest to you. And that's fine, I guess, but this dude, I don't want to hit his mouth if it's the closest thing to me, and he turns around, and so I don't want to lose the target on his tail and wind up doing something stupid, you know? And so I like am afraid to use the target on this, which means sometimes I'm just gonna wild swing in the general direction of its tail and not hit it because it's aim. That sounds like something you should be able to change in options. That's true. Let's look. So we do have hold and switch as our styles, and I'm currently on hold. And so if I switched it to switch, I don't know what would happen actually. Okay. The next time I'm fighting a bokoblin or another enemy that I would consider as normal, I might try moving from hold to switch to see if that's the way that I think of targeting. So in Wind Waker, I almost always like having it on switch. Like, I don't want to keep holding the button. I want to press the button to target and then do my thing. And press the button to like untarget or to switch targets or whatever. And so I'm gonna try that the next time I'm fighting an enemy that I would consider to be normal, because I don't want to take the risk of the targeting doing something weird while I'm trying to fight the ridiculous thing that's breathing fire at me. Will allow. Oops. I jumped too fast. It is probably just about holding or tapping the button. But I actually think, whoop, whoop. This dude. Oh my gosh. Link, you're not even aiming the correct direction. I keep hitting his face. Okay, I tried it and it worked. But I only tried it for like the second that I needed to aim. Because I know that I know that my aim is bad. I don't need you to remind me. Oh, I see. So I do it this way. Hey, good news is, I don't need the iron boots for this. I just need it to be on the side. Delightful. We succeeded. What? I'm pulling her out because I want to know how she says it, but trust me, girl, I already understand. Ah, great. Looks like our path is blocked again. Can't you be a little more timely? Figure out the timing for when those flame pillars are checked. That's when you make your move. Yeah, thanks, girl. Ugh. You need to not jump like that. I didn't realize it was timed because there was no tick, tick, tick. It's hilarious. No, I would really like to be looking this way while I do this. Thank you very much. Seriously? It's not letting me continue to pull. I was trying to time that. Like, I was trying to have that near the end. Okay, the timing on this is ridiculous. Go away. Thank you. Ridiculous. Not unfunny, but ridiculous. Now where am I? That's a very pretty door. Okay. So I see the water. I see that there is a spot for me to swim under. And I see that there is a switch that I need to press, possibly with the iron boots. Have you tried hurrying up? I just wanted to hear the sassy way that she was going to say it. I understood, like, immediately. As soon as I saw it sliding back, like, as soon as my camera saw it the first time, I went, oh, that was timed and they didn't tell me. Like, they didn't warn me. They sort of warned me. Okay, so they warned me in the sense that when I got it all the way to the end, it didn't, like, click in place. It didn't sink into anything. And so that's the clue that it's a permanent change, that you've, like, fixed it in place and it will never move again. But this whole dungeon has been about press the switch and then hear the click. And so I've done that. Like I did that 3 times in the first room, which means I was expecting, if there was a timed element, to hear the like ticking. And I didn't hear the ticking. And so it's like I had the passive hint, but not the active hint. And I'm okay with the game sassing me slightly like that and being like, why would you need the active hint? You should know, you should know, you should know. I'm like, I'll take that sass. But the fact that like all of that, very obvious to me. And so as I'm thinking, okay, I'll take that sass, you're right, I have to time it with a flame pillar so I don't have to wait. And so I'll go pull it out again and I'll try to make my jumps more efficient just for you, game. The fact that it was like, hey, you probably want to talk to Midna right now, I'm like, no. I am already taking sass from you. Let's not make that worse. So the thing that I don't know is very much about swimming in this game. I am fairly certain. Did you notice the fire? I'm fairly certain that if I jump in here, I might be able to dive, but I think I might have to put iron boots on to like sink to the bottom to walk through. But I don't know about the breathing mechanic. Well, either way. I do not have a dive button. Well, there's my... Excuse me? What do you mean this is a magnet? Okay. I have a lot of questions. The first one is, how did stepping on that switch magnetize my boots such that it shot me up to like get attached to that apparently extremely magnetic surface without electrocuting me to death in the actual water? What is the physics of this world? So that's my first question. My second question is more of a fourth wall breaking question, because when my boots sucked me up there, I don't understand the cardinal direction that it made me press to like do what I did with my walking. In my head, I think I was expecting, if I envision where Link is facing, I should move accordingly, and he will like if I press forward, he'll walk in whatever direction he's facing. And I think what they actually did was pull towards the screen to make him walk towards the screen and around, but it remained the same direction until I left the magnetized area, and then it switched. Magnets, how do they work? There is no possible way to ever know this. Yeah, why not my sword and shield? Why was it my boots? Is this shield not made of iron? I mean, the sword maybe isn't made of iron, but I'm very confused by the physics of this dungeon, and I predict, based on how I handled that... Okay, here's my prediction, because this isn't going to happen this week. I'm probably going to have to save and quit shortly, and then I'll reset to the start of the dungeon and annoy myself for next week. That's fine. I am predicting, based on them showing me this mechanic in this space, that at some point I'm going to have to do this mechanic under pressure. There's no pressure in this room. It's fine. Like, I pressed the button, it happened to me, I had the time to move around, there wasn't a time limit, there wasn't anything trying to hurt me, there are no enemies in this room. And so I'm not doing this under pressure. At some point I'm going to have to do this under pressure, and I am going to be very bad at it. This is my prediction for this dungeon. Electricity and metals and poles and Santa and magic. Correct. That's a treasure chest. I want it. Okay, there's probably other things in this room, and I probably should care about them, but excuse me, please. I want this. What is this? Map. Perfect. Okay, so I will have actually earned something that will make a difference to me. Oh, hello. Other smaller treasure chest? Are you money? It is a tiny Goron and I'm gonna talk to him. But I might loot the room first. Oh. The game doesn't trust me. I went too close to the ladder and it was like, excuse you, you can't leave the room without talking to the old dude first. There's symbols on the wall. I am curious. I want to look. Okay, there's also pots, but I don't need them. Well, that's the exit. So, Gorons have, like, rocks growing out of their back. Canonically. This dude's rocks are teeny little smoky volcanoes? Does this mean he's really young? Because I thought he was an elder? Dude, are these mines hurting you? I thought I felt a presence, but what a surprise to find a young human. Yeah, the walking stick and the jittery definitely imply elder, and so I'm really curious as to why instead of having this stiff peaked like silver rocks that the other elder had, why he's got like brown rock instead of silver rock and it's smoking. Maybe it's actually, maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe it's just proximity to the lava, but it feels lore adjacent. Like maybe if I fix what's wrong with this dungeon, he'll go back to normal. You know, I can't tell if it's trying to play on my feelings or not. Goramoto. Okay. I got a key shard. I need all 3 to return the big key to its original shape. Gotcha. So there's 3 elders in this dungeon. I have to find all 3 of them before I can go beat up the dude. He's just angry at the price of eggs. Oh, now he's angry at me. That's fine. Okay, so those are just handprints on the wall. And I mean, that's some kind of precious jewel, but whatever. Clearly not important. So this is interesting because I am very close to making it to the 2nd floor. Oh, phooey. I might actually want to use that guy because I am about to end stream. And if I just save and quit, it's going to restart me at the beginning of the dungeon. But I think this is the dude that you use to like exit the dungeon and therefore come back to the spot where you were when you used him. I don't want to look at the creepy chicken. Yep, see? Warp out. Okay. I am always the type to enter a new room and then... Oh, they're on the walls this time. Does this mean I'm gonna have to walk on the... Oh my gosh. Well... Yes, please. Did you just clone your head? Oh no! I hate it! So, the thing is, we met this thing in the first dungeon and we hated it the first time. It's an old lady chicken that is really super best friends with us and adores us completely. And I hate... Yes, I want to make you all have the same nightmares that I am going to have. Ah. Okay. So, yep. Honestly, same. I don't understand the assignment. Your baby has kidnapped me, and now I think I use... Okay, yep, that makes some sense. So now I have the baby on my X button, and if I press that, it'll warp me back. That's, I think, how the saving in the middle of a dungeon works. I think. So the reason that I tried that this time, because honestly, valid. Totally valid for everyone to be like, I'm leaving now, because that was an abomination. It was horrifying. It is the worst thing I maybe have ever seen. Why on earth would the mechanic be to clone your head, which is one of the 3 most horrifying things about your character design? Just clone your head, call it your child, and then magic. Awful. Awful. But the reason that I did it is that I did have to save and quit in the middle of the first dungeon as well, just because of my stream timing. And it really did, like, I had to run back through everything, and that didn't matter so much in that one. But in this one, I've had to do fancy things. I had to do the dumb, like, press the switch and run and hope the fire doesn't get me. And so I wanted to try to avoid that, which means I'm like, okay, so in the first dungeon, they very clearly and conscientiously and carefully explained to me that this warp chicken of horror would totally warp me out of the dungeon and save my progress inside the dungeon. And I never wanted to see it again, so I avoided it completely for the whole first dungeon. And now I'm like, okay, you know what? You explained the whole mechanic to me. I hate it. Does it work? Because if it at least works, then that's something. And not nothing. I kind of hope it works. I am horrified, but also somewhat amused. Ugh. So on that note, the best part is that chicken sent me a letter introducing her kid to me or something, saying something about her kid, and I was like, you have a kid? Because I didn't use her in the first dungeon, and the game was so sure. They were so sure that I was gonna. They were so sure that I was gonna, that they're like, let's just assume you did. Here's a letter. I'm okay, chat. How are you? I hope you guys had fun. At the very least, this was a bit of playtime that I could laugh about, and that is the thing that I'm enjoying about Twilight Princess. A magnet-themed name? Ooh, Flaws of Attraction. That's not bad. That's probably better, because I was still trying to think of a name that would be a play off of the Iron Boots. And so far, given the fact that there's been electricity and sparks, Booty Shorts was definitely in contention. And yours is better. Because mine is the sort of thing a 5-year-old would giggle about. I'm giggling about it. You could probably, I feel like there's some good plays on words around shock. Because, like, the components we have, or we have the iron boot, we have the magnet, we have the electricity. I feel like shock has some opportunities there. But also, the whole thing is lava. Booty shorts to be an actual clothing. I mean, it is. It's just not one Link is wearing. Come on. Put my boy in some booty shorts. It's fine. We're fine. We can all be mature about this. 0 of us can be mature about this. So I hope you had fun. I actually did have fun, despite the moments where I was like, why? At least there was a lot to laugh about, and we all got to share in the experience of being traumatized by the creepy chicken lady. And what else are live streamed games about other than the shared trauma of the creepy chicken lady? Obviously, this is universal. Reboot. Reboot. Oh, that's actually kind of a good one. Okay. Full of good suggestions. I'm gonna be done for today though. I think I'm gonna be done. I'm gonna drop a raid message in the chat so that y'all can grab it if you want to. No stress, no pressure. You don't even have to come with. But yeah, I'm gonna be done for the day. I'm gonna sign off. I'm gonna rest up a little bit. We're gonna see what chaos tomorrow hath wrought. But regardless, because I stream Wednesday nights 7 p.m. Eastern time, so I will be back same time next week, same place, right here at the URL that you got up there. We're just gonna play more of this and hope that there's nothing that makes me scream. It's fine. It's fine. I feel as though everything post stabbing the orc captain is like kind of a letdown, because that to me was the big thing. I wanted to stab the orc captain, and I have successfully done so. So now I guess I'll save the world, I suppose. So if you want to continue on in that journey with me, next week, 7 p.m. Eastern time, Wednesday night, I'll be here. I'll try to figure out what the heck is going on with the terrifying baby chicken. I don't want to, but I will. And so if you want to see that, please show up on time. And if you don't want to see that, please show up about 10 minutes late. Those are your options. In the meantime, we're gonna go visit a friend, and I know that you will be shocked, truly shocked to hear this, but the Dragon Feeny is playing some Animal Crossing, which means if you think I am not going to move in and live in that stream, then you don't know how obsessed I am with Animal Crossing, or how obsessed I am with Fien, because Fien is a delightful Canadian streamer, and I want to support. Always. So feel free to join along if you want to see some of that. If you want to have any part of that, you can come on the raid with us. But even if you don't, that's okay. Hopefully you enjoyed yourself. And if you want to come back next week, I would love to see you. I would love to chat with you as I do every week. But regardless, and as always, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week and a wonderful weekend. And as always, until I see you next time, keep it cute. Bye, folks.